So I love the way that AI is finally making its way into budget phones. And honestly, the best advice I can give you right now is to find a way to learn and embrace AI if you haven't already done so. Well, meet the Tecno Camon 40. It starts off at 275k for the base version that has 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of internal storage. The Camon 30 from last year was really impressive. As usual, it had like the best cameras at that price point, and currently it is one of the best performing videos on my channel. But I found two major highlights in the Camon 40 that I would say, yeah, it makes for really commendable improvement. The number one is Tecno AI. There are lots of features that, yeah, some of them are genuinely useful, while the others, I would say, yeah, they does feel like gimmicks. Now, the second highlight for me is this new button right here that Tecno is calling the one tap button. But before we talk about it, did you notice that just like last year and the year before, Tecno has completely revamped the Camon design again? The back still features a dual camera setup consisting of a 50 megapixel main camera with optical image stabilization and an 8 megapixel ultra wide camera. So there is no more depth sensor, which makes more sense if you ask me. However, the front camera has been reduced from 50 megapixel to 32 megapixel. Now, I took lots of pictures with it immediately after I unboxed it, and I would say, yeah, I wasn't disappointed with the picture qualities. The photos are quite decent with lots of details and good color representation. Now, for a Camon phone, I really didn't expect anything less. And in my upcoming comparison where I get to actually compare the cameras of this phone with phones like the Redmi Note 14 and the Samsung Galaxy A16, we get to see how it holds up, in comparison with those phones. Videos can go as high as 2K in terms of resolution, and with the presence of optical image stabilization, you can visually see how stable it is. Night pictures have a lot of noise as you would expect, so this is your reminder to make sure you always take pictures under decent lighting for very good output with this camera. The SIM card tray is hybrid, so you can either use two SIMs or you can choose to use a SIM card and a memory card for storage expansion. The back and the frame feels like it is made of plastic this time around, unlike glass that we had last year. And the color I have with me here is called the Galaxy Black color, but there are definitely other colors you can choose to get. The stereo speaker sounds really great, and yeah, there's also the infrared sensor, which I think we all know what it's used for. Now back to this one tap button. By default, a quick double tap doesn't just open the cameras of this phone. It specifically launches a new feature that is called Flash Snap. Now, this is designed to help you capture fast-moving moments with clarity. For those who have seen it, Tecno made a huge meal out of this feature. Now, personally, I tested it out extensively, and as you can see in these pictures, there's a clear difference when you compare pictures taken with Flash Snap and those taken with the normal cameras. It is an innovation, if you ask me, because I think it uses AI to really optimize the final image output to make it look better. The display remains really unchanged, but that is not a bad thing if you ask me. It still has the same 1080p resolution, vibrant AMOLED panel, 120Hz refresh rate, and an excellent outdoor brightness. Now, at this price point, there isn't so much you want to ask for more. Yeah, Tecno did bump up the processor slightly, upgrading from the Helio G99 Ultimate to the Helio G100 Ultimate. If you look at this nano review comparison, you will see that the differences between these two chipsets are very minimal. In everyday use, however, I can assure you, you will not notice any significant difference when it comes to performance. So the upgrade in terms of performance is just in the name and not really in reality. And that said, all of your basic tasks, smartphone operations will run smoothly. Light gaming will also run smoothly too. But if you are the type that plays high graphics games like Call of Duty Mobile and the rest, yeah, they will perform very well at medium settings. But anything other than that, then you have to start thinking of updating your budget or increasing your budget to go for higher models or the flagships. The Camon 40 comes out of the box with Android 15, along with HiOS version 15. Now, Android 15 brings some really noticeable changes, like a redesign in the quick settings panel, whereby when you swipe down from the right, you see only quick settings, but when you swipe down from the left, you see only notifications. Then there's also Circle to Search, which is now an Android 15 feature, and it practically be available in any smartphone that runs on Android 15. iOS 15 is now really packed with some really good features and other AI-powered features. In the wallpaper settings, for example, there is this new Vogue portrait mode that allows you to really spice up your home screen. For the pet lovers, Tecno has also added cute wallpapers, so you can, check that out for yourself. Multitasking is also improved with split screen mode and floating windows. Then we also have side panels for quickly accessing your recently used applications. Now for AI, the default voice assistant in this smartphone is Ella. But honestly, when you get yours, I would recommend that you switch to Google Gemini. The reason is because Gemini is more intuitive, the sound is better, and has this read screen functionality, which honestly, I can't overemphasize the usefulness personally to me. I use it a lot in my S25 Ultra to respond to emails without having to write anything. One of the issues I had with Ella is that when I'm speaking to it, I don't get to see my speech converted to text in real time. It only appears after a few seconds when I'm done talking. Now the problem with that is that if I make a mistake, I don't get to see it, and most times it just responds to what I said without mistake. But for Google Gemini, I can get to see in real time as I'm talking. So if there's a mistake, I can correct it before it responds. Now, these are just some of the few reasons I feel like, you get to use Google Gemini instead of the Ella that we have here. In the Gallery app, there are two major AI tools worth talking about. The first is Magic Eraser, which I think we all know what it does. It helps you to remove unwanted objects from your pictures. I tried it and it was pretty accurate most of the time. The second is AI Extender, which expands your pictures by adding extra pixels while still maintaining the quality of that picture. Now, the idea behind AI Extender is interesting because think of it. When you want to use a picture to fill a space, most times you zoom in until it fills that space. Now the problem with that approach is that it reduces the quality of the pictures because you are stretching the pixels that makes up that picture. So it's going to lose that sharpness. But AI Extender helps to do the direct opposite. It extends the size of that picture by adding more pixels to it. So it retains the quality. I think graphics designers will definitely find this feature super useful. Now, among all of these AI features I just talked about, which one do you think you would really want to try out when you get the Tecno Camon 40? And which one do you think interests you the most? Let me have your thoughts in the comment section below. The battery life also seen a slight upgrade from 5000 mAh last year to 5200, so you get a bit more screen time and usage. I got close to 7 hours screen on time, and I would say that is pretty impressive. You also get a 45 watts charger, so charging is pretty quick and convenient with this smartphone. And when it comes to software update, as usual, there are no words from Tecno officially as to how many years of software support this smartphone gets. But if we want to go by what we have with the Tecno Camon 30, so we should expect at least 2 years of software support. So what are my final thoughts about the Tecno Camon 40? I would say, it builds on the strength of last year's model, the Tecno Camon 30, because it don't just only introduce some new and interesting features, but I would say AI is a thing that we definitely want every smartphone to have. Then also this one tap button and the flash snap features just bring in these super new camera experiences. AI integration, like I said before, has been expanded significantly, and while the processor may not be a huge upgrade like we would want, when it comes to performance, it delivers very solid performance. Battery life is also slightly improved, and with Android 15 and iOS 15, we're getting some really nice customizations and AI tools that really enhances our productivity. Now for 275K, do you think it is worth upgrading from the Tecno Camon 30? Let me have your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel because, like I said, the next video may be a comparison of this with either the Samsung Galaxy A16 or the Redmi Note 14. So stay close so you don't miss out when I post those videos. I'll catch you in my next one. And thanks.